Hey, what is up everybody? Michael Crump back here again, and my oh my, do we have a ton of PlayStation news. And the biggest news of the day today is definitely coming from theflow, which said, "Rip, my PlayStation exploit died," and then provided a link to a gist here, and that stated that this works up to the PlayStation 4 13.00 and PlayStation 5 12.00, but this was patched on PS4 13.02 and PS5 12.02. And if you are wondering what he is referring to here, if you go ahead and click on the link here, then it will bring you to this page, and it doesn't take very long to understand what this one is going to give us. And that is going to be that this is going to be a kernel level exploit. Yes, that is correct. We will now have a kernel exploit that will have to be chained with a userland exploit, but this would work up to at least PlayStation 4 13.00 and PS5 12.00. Now, I did make a post right after this to kind of clarify once I shared theflow's message over here, and I stated that for clarity, this will only work with BDJB, WebKit, and Mast1c0re. This will not work with Lua, Y2JB, or this upcoming Netflix version, which I do have a video on today that I'll share with you. And so I stated here to set your expectations accordingly, and here is the video that I am talking about it. Now, if you want a bit more of an explanation of this, there was obviously this post here from Zeko saying with Lua, you can't because of libkernel, the same again as what I stated with Y2JB and the Netflix hack here, but for things that uses the libkernel.sys or the libkernel.web, which is Mast1c0re, BDJB, and WebKit, then those will be working with theflow's recent announcement here. Now, that is obviously wonderful news here, but we will just have to wait and see, because right now there isn't a lot that you can do with it outside of just look through this Java file. Now, what I stated over here and what Zeko stated was confirmed by the developer, which is bringing us BDJB as well as Y2JB and more things. And what they stated was that guess theflow's new kexploit does not work at Y2JB and Lua, and it would need a privileged app like BDJB. Now, on the Y2JB front, I stated today that I thought that we should get a 1.2 release today or tomorrow, mainly because I looked at the repo today, and as of November the 2nd, 2025, and actually we'll just switch to the main repo over here. So we'll just go over here to our commits, and we can see that on this date, there was a commit that was make Y2JB faster and stable. And so if we go ahead and click on that, that is obviously where he went ahead and uploaded the new splash screen. So you could go ahead and get started with this, even though there currently isn't the 1.2 release on the releases page. Now, going back into the commits here, we can also see that there was a few extra things that happened on November the 1st. So minor stabilize, another rename of a function, and then add the local JavaScript file import support. Now, you might be looking for a bit of a changelog, and again, that's just because that hasn't been updated yet, but tons of information has been shared over here on Discord. And really what we saw was that the developer stated that this version is more stable. It added a remote JS loader, and also it shows your current firmware. Now, there is a video of this which we'll take a look at. And as always, we're just beginning with a stock PlayStation 5, and we have the YouTube app on it. And then when they run the application, there is a debug message here which says Y2JB 1.2 beta And right there is the firmware version. It does show here debug PSN dialog disabled, and it is safe to close PSN sign out dialog now. There is the remote JS loader, as well as what IP and what port it is listening onto. And if we just let this video continue to play out, we pretty much get what we had before, which is basically just waiting for a connection to be made to it. Now, this currently hasn't been chained with anything, but we did see that Gezine did say that Laps is working fine with the 1.2 beta, so it's really only a matter of time at this point. Now, there was another update that I wanted to give you in regards to the PlayStation 5 and the Netflix application. Now, we can look over here and we can see that there is this person named David, which said that they had a PS5 Netflix full decrypted funny debug game. And right there you can see it does say Netflix. And if we look at the video here, we can see that right there is Netflix running on a PlayStation 5, what appears to be a Pro there. And what we can see right there is that code that we just looked at that says Netflix. And it looks like some sort of Pong game. So yeah, a lot more exciting things are definitely coming to the PlayStation scene. Now, there was another update over here from EchoStretch, which was the PlayStation 5 App Dumper. Now, this is now at version 1.02, and if we take a look at this application, what it is that it is a payload that you can send over, and it will dump a physical PlayStation 5 game if it can, and it will automatically decrypt it. So if we come over here into the releases, we can see that just from version 1.0, which was a couple of days ago, the new version happened right at 15 hours ago, and this added the PS5 self-decryptor. So now you don't have to decrypt those files yourself. It does it automatically for you. And then a brand new update, which basically doubles the speed of it. So anyways, nice work by EchoStretch. Something pretty cool that folks can start using, especially as we might be able to start running a lot more game backups. Now, the last thing that I'll leave you with is that for the PlayStation 4, we did get an update as well as for the PlayStation 3, and that was for Apollo's save tool. So version 2.2.4 came out. And in this release, we can see that they added localization support, things like show save detail windows, improved the PS2 save game conversion, new cheat codes, and a couple of more things in here. So definitely check this out if you are using Apollo Save Tool on your PlayStation 4. Anyways, that's going to do it for this one, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks again for watching. Michael out.